Well, this isn't how I wanted to end the year. Um, Last night around 5 o'clock, there was a lot of posts on Facebook that Ruggerio Deodato had been rushed to the hospital and he was ill. Unfortunately, Ruggerio passed away last night at age 83. Um, this just chokes me up because there's so few of us left from those days, as far as directors and producers and actors and things like that, that it just seems like it's all going full circle and everything's disappearing, and it disturbs me deeply. I had met Ruggerio at Cinema Wastelands a few years ago. For a guy who directed one of the most horrific and grotesque films and most controversial films ever made, he was a sweetheart of a guy. He was up there with his granddaughter, I think his new wife, just, enjoying the attention that he was given because he really didn't know the huge fan base that he had. And I had gotten up to do something because I was basically vending right around the corner from him. And I came back, and the girl that was watching my stand handed me $60. And I said, "What's that for?" She goes, "Well, the guy over there just bought up all your jungle holocausts." So I went over there and I handed him $30 back, and I said, I don't want to make any money off you, dude. I respect what you did, and I didn't realize you were low on products, so no, here, that's what it cost me. So I went away again. When I came back, I found a pile of things like this on my chair. This here. There was a lot more. He was so happy that what I did, he wanted to, give it back, and I appreciated it. Like I said, really nice guy, really nice man. I go back with his films. As notorious as Cannibal Holocaust is, and its ability to flatline audiences, it was never brought back as much as certain people think. It ran 2 weeks at the Harris on 42nd Street, co-billed with a Kung Fu film. I don't recall it ever coming back, but of course I wasn't there 24/7, so I can't say that. But in the 80s, things were sort of drying up, and Make Them Die Slowly, its competitor, for lack of better words, was always brought back, probably because of the sheer outrageousness of the title. See, Cannibal on a marquee, I don't know if it would do anything. Obviously it didn't with this, but then the film became the stuff that legends were made of, that it was an actual snuff film, that people actually got killed. It was all very grotesque and graphic special effects. First time ever it had been done, and that's why it had worked. And that's why it still has the ability to shock and flatline audiences today. Ruggerio had done other films. He had done Last Cannibal World, a.k.a. Last Survivor, a.k.a. Carnivorous, a.k.a. Jungle Holocaust, a.k.a. Cannibal, in many incarnations. That was like the one that overshadowed Umberto Lenzi's Deep River Savages. Like I said, these were the only two guys who were actually doing this type of film. I mean, they weren't alone, but their stuff sort of stood out as probably the most horrific and grotesque of all the cannibal films. I mean, Joe D'Amato did one. I think Jesse Franco did a couple. Ruggerio also did the appalling, what the hell was it, House at the Edge of the Park, and Cut and Run, which was basically cut up so much for U.S. release that it didn't make much sense. It's since been released uncut, which is another grotesque, gory fucking film. It's just a sad day for exploitation and grindhouse fans to lose a guy like that. Here's a guy that basically, you could never top what he did. I don't care, Eli Roth, Quentin Tarantino, whatever. You can't top what he did. Ever. The Cannibal Holocaust in his films will never be topped because of the sheer horror and depravity they conjure up. And like I said before, the only reason these films worked was because they were the first of their kind. Nobody had ever done this before, and it shocked the shit out of a bunch of audiences. It's still available from Grindhouse Releasing, and it's on a Blu-ray in its uncut form. It also, has two versions, one with the animal cruelty and one without the animal cruelty. I don't agree with the animal cruelty because I'm an animal lover. But yeah, this guy will be missed. Like I said, despite the horrific images he put on film, He was a sweetheart of a guy, a very nice man, and very appreciative of his fans and the people around him. And all of us, involved in the genre, we're going to miss Ruggerio terribly. It's just a horrible way to end 2022. And my condolences out to all of his fans, friends, and his family. Giovanni Ribisi broke the news last night, I believe. So, like I said, it's a sad day. And Ruggerio, may you rest in peace. I'm sure you're up there arguing with David Hess right now. And I thank you for your contributions to grindhouse cinema and cinema in general. A guy like you, his work will never be imitated and will never be duplicated, because you are one of a kind, my friend. And it was an honor to have met you and have interacted with you at Cinema Wasteland. And I'm sure a lot of the fans that were there that weekend feel the same way. So until next time, stay safe and never forget the legends who brought us to the dance.